Yeah, I want y'all to pay attention to the usual suspects channels, aka white supremacists. All them niggas on this YouTube shit, on this boxing shit, who be shucking and jiving, buck dancing. You know what I mean? Buck dancing for views and approval from fellas people who don't give a fuck about people like us, right? Right. You think B. Marsh is on one today? Well, listen carefully, you know what I mean? I want y'all to pay attention to these usual suspects channels, right? Right. Check out their timeline. Yeah, do that. You'll notice, right? None of them have anything to say about Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney for Undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Nothing at all, right? You know why, right? Because if they had to speak the truth, then all they would be doing was placing the brother who is Devin Haney, the black man, putting him in position to say, look, he's on the right. He deserves an opportunity to fight and unify all the titles for Undisputed because he is the WBC champion. But pay attention to them white supremacists, these usual suspects channels. They ain't saying nada about that situation, which is all well and fine, you know what I mean? They don't have to, right? But when it comes to flaming up a black dude or a black fighter on this boxing shit, yeah, they quick to press record, you know what I mean? They quick to send a message out about how the brother's fucking up and not doing what he's supposed to and how he's ruining boxing. I mean, they still talk about Floyd is ruining boxing till this day. You know what I'm saying? 2021, as I do this video in February, whatever it is, February the 12th. Just pay attention to these fellas' timelines, you know what I mean? No smoke whatsoever. No opinion. They have absolutely nothing to say about making this undisputed fight between Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, right? And I'll give them credit too. They ain't been speaking too much about David Benavidez and Jamal Charlo shit. B-Marsh Boxing keeps it a buck, 100% all across the board. I came out flaming up the man Jamal Charlo. I mean, I consider him ducking David Benavidez. Is it a fight I'm clamoring to see? I already told y'all. No, not really. But if the kid Jamal Charlo was calling out David Benavidez wants to smoke, then when it's time for that action, Slim is faking, then of course it's a duck. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'd rather see David Benavidez and Jamal Charlo fight within their divisions. There's numerous fights to be made at 168 for David Benavidez and at 160 for Jamal Charlo. But let me tell you this. The reason they ain't got no smoke for Jamal Charlo is because David Benavidez has been on the heels of Canelo, been wanting that fight for over a year. You know what I mean? Ever since the man, since basically 2020, you know what I mean? So it would actually, be a conflict of interest in their agenda as far as bigging up or flaming up the brother in Jamal Charlo. And, you know what I'm saying? Giving props to the man David Benavidez, because David Benavidez is a guy who's trying to get that Canelo fight for the longest. Canelo did some bitch ass shit, showed his bitch assness, want to fight Yildirim now for the WBC title, right? Or the vacant is it even vacant? I don't even know. I heard that he even won that title versus Callum Smith. I don't know. I can't keep up with the folly that the man Canelo's a part of. But it would be a conflict of interest for the usual suspects to get involved or make videos about the Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez situation, because both guys are guys who've been wanted the Cannoli fight. Cannoli don't want no smoke with neither of them. And it'd be a conflict of interest trying to flame up any one of them, because they don't want to step on Cannoli's toes. You know what I mean? So it's real funny to me how the usual suspects have nothing to say about these type of situations. You know what I mean? They got nothing to say about Ryan Garcia pulling a whole move, talking about Tank Davis for the longest. Then when it's time to boogie, Slim is faking. You know what I'm saying? They got nothing to say about that because it would actually make the man Tank Davis look like, hey, he's the man in that situation. Ryan Garcia was just using his name for publicity, which I already told y'all was the case. It was clear to see the writing was on the wall. You know what I mean? It's funny to me, you know. That's why I really and truly, man, I had to stop talking to a lot of fellas on this YouTube boxing shit, cause niggas is really on some double standards. You know what I mean? You know, they only out here to flame up black fighters, and that's the truth about it. If you down with PBC, if you're a PBC fighter, you gonna get this smoke. Look at the kid out of Philly who just won himself a title versus Angelo Leo. Man, fellas was plotting and praying for his downfall. I don't know what Slim did. I don't know if he smashed one of y'all sisters, your daughters, your wife. I don't know what the case is. The kid has done nothing in boxing to offend anybody. If anything, he should be commended for fighting back to back undefeated fighters, 7 in a row. But nah, fellas was plotting for his downfall. They considered Angelo Leo was gonna smoke him. I heard y'all videos. I seen y'all predictions and picks. And look, there's nothing wrong with getting a prediction wrong. But when you have a track record of flaming up black fighters, always picking against them, y'all come to my comment section and drop your little opinions, and I don't say shit about it. Till the fight is over, I'll come back and look for your ass. And I say, on some Bart Simpson shit. And that's all I got to say, you know what I mean? You check it. So the usual suspects don't got nothing to say about an undisputed fight. I guess they don't want to see it, you know what I mean? Because it will actually make Teofimo Lopez look like the biggest, the biggest walking contradiction in this boxing game for 2021. Says one thing today and says another thing the next day. You know, him and Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez actually exposed themselves to a big audience going to hot boxing with Mike Tyson, fronting like they want to fight Tank Davis and Devin Haney. But that's not the case. They really don't want to fight these guys, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's clear to see, you know. Now, some may say, B-March Boxing, you ain't talking about this Daniel Killahan shit or... Man, I don't give a fuck about none of that, man. I'm not a rat. If dude is involved with organized crime and whatever, man, so be it, man. That guy affects nothing on my bottom line. I don't even know too much about the situation. Haven't even gone to any lengths of even trying to cover it or even do any knowledge about it. To me, it absolutely means nada. You know what I'm saying? I come on this YouTube just to talk boxing. I'm not into the excuse me, trying to get up in fellas' BIs and trying to act like I'm an investigative reporter out here or I'm a private investigator, a PI. Come on, dogs. I got a life. And boxing is a big part of my life as far as enjoying it, watching fights. But the politics and all that, y'all could have that. But I had to call y'all usual suspects out, straight up and down, you know, and you don't got to do nothing, right? Right. But when it comes time to flaming up a black fighter, you quick to press record. Well, how comes he ain't got no time to flame up a man like Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia and any fighter who's not black or on the PBC because it doesn't suit your agenda, you know what I'm saying? And that's why B-March Boxing, I don't even monetize because I don't depend on this YouTube shit to make paper, man. I've been making paper since I was a teenager with a beeper. You know what I'm saying? You check it. Yeah, and I had a code. You want a code. If you really want to talk to me, you got a code, and I'm going to hit you right back. You know what I'm saying? So I never really depended on this YouTube for monetization. That's why you know where I come from is actually from a genuine place, from my heart. This is not for no views, for no subs, not to appease no usual suspects. And that's what a lot of brothers out here do. Excuse me. A lot of black YouTubers out here. I can't call them brothers. What am I doing? You know, that's what they do out here to try and, gain a new audience or gain the audience of the usual suspects. You know what I mean? Right. You already seen how they flipped on Anthony Joshua because the man was on at a Black Lives Matter sometime in 2020 talking about support your own. Black people need to support their own businesses. They flipped the script on him now. I seen the tweets. I seen the videos. Now they talk about I hope Tyson Fury knock you out. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I peeped game from a long time, and it had to be done. Had to be said. You know what I'm saying? Fellas got no spinal cord, you know what I mean? I call y'all fellas caterpillars. You check it, can't stand on your own two. You crawl on your belly, you know what I mean? Because fellas out here just don't got the cojones to keep it a buck on this YouTube shit. They're really out here to please an audience. I ain't here to please no audience. That's 100%. Only people I gotta please is my family. You know what I'm saying? My kids and my lady, take care of business as a man. That's all I'm here to do on this planet Earth, you know what I mean? You check it. I come here talk this boxing shit. I don't care if you like it or not, And if you don't like it, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But lately, fellas ain't been coming to my comment section saying nothing about the man Teofimo Lopez because I've been called Slim's bluff and he been faking and the writing's on the wall. You know what I'm saying? He ain't won no $4 million to fight Devin Haney, but he accepted 1.25 to fight his mandatory. That's good money for you, 1.25 to make 1,250,000, a quarter of a million, 1 million and a quarter of a million to fight your mandatory, you know what I mean? But we as boxing fans, we want to see undisputed. But his nut huggers and his fangirls, Teofimos, they don't want to see undisputed. They want to see him fulfill his mandatories. That was the same thing they were saying with Anthony Joshua, fulfilling his mandatories rather than getting this undisputed fight popping with the man Deontay Wilder, you know what I mean? Now, both guys, in hindsight, both guys were at fault, and both guys probably never really wanted to fight each other, but that's water under the bridge, because that fight is dead. You know what I'm saying? You check it, but Be March Boxing, man. Hey, man, usual suspects, man. Pay attention, and everybody who listens to Be March Boxing, whether you subscribed or not, just go do yourself a favor. Go check out the usual suspects channels. Them fellas who be acting, trying to front like they neutral, but always got smoke for black fighters, right? Always pick black fighters to get knocked out by the likes of Angelo Leo, etc. Slim only got like 7 knockouts. He couldn't punch his way out of a wet paper bag. But they said he gonna knock out the kid from Philly, Cool Boy Steph, you know what I mean? Just go peep these fellas' channels. Look at their timeline. If they have no smoke for any of these fighters who are not black, who are not doing what they're not supposed to, they got nothing to say. But when it's a black fighter, ooh, man, they'll make a 30-minute video about talking about Tank Davis or Errol Spence or they ain't gonna talk too much about the man Bud Crawford, you know what I mean? Because Bud Crawford talking about it wouldn't suit their agenda because it would be going against what they speak today, they flimsy ass what you call it, a subscriber base, you know what I mean? They fickle ass subscriber base. It would be going against them because they want to hear you bash an Errol Spence, you know what I mean? At this moment in time, both fellas are to blame. And like I said before, if the man Bud Crawford is really about that action, he needs to go ahead and get himself, Dennis Ugas, get himself that WBO strap. You know what I mean? I don't know what to say, man, but hey, man, Be March Boxing. I don't wear bifocals. I got my own good 2 eyes. I see 20/20. You know what I'm saying? 20/20 vision. And I done peep game, man. Fellas don't got nothing to say about these fighters like Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia's, the Tyson Furies, any fighter who's not black. But when it comes to a black fighter, let's gang up. Let's do a whole live streams and try to bang on these black fighters. Man, fuck y'all cornball ass channels. Y'all fellas don't got no spine. And that's why I don't even listen to y'all. Real talk, man. You know what I mean? Because fellas, you could gradually see, One thing about this YouTube making videos and shit, and it ain't just about boxing. Somebody cracks and gets themselves a viral video and they monetize it. Guess what? It's like an addiction. They want to do it again. Daily, they want to do it again. They're going to sit there and think about what kind of video can I make to really captivate people, and as far as so it could try to go viral. You know what I mean? I'm glad I'm not on that mindset. I only press record when I feel like it, not because I'm obligated to. You check it? So Be March Boxing, if y'all know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comment section. Be March Boxing, I'm going to catch you on the next one, and I'm gone. Peace.